You have a friend who can't figure out why they're single, but you know why. What's the reason? I have a friend in his 40s who is desperate to find a partner. He has become so focused on finding a partner he has ended up putting endless pressure on himself. It's all he thinks about. In some ways he is like a teenage boy trying to find his first girlfriend. As a result, he is trying far too hard and can't relax and be himself. He has never had a problem finding girlfriends in that past, but now he is stuck in this vicious cycle. The guy lives in a cabin in the woods. He pumps his water and needs to heat it before he showers. But he's into girly girls. Edit, if you're a girl, want to live off-grid about 2 hours north of Montreal and are Christian, send me a DM and I'll set you up with Mr. Wildlife. Male friend, oral hygiene skills are -100 and his breath is always hot and foul. I know a guy who is really in denial of who he really is. He always thinks he's the exception to common rules, but he's not. Overweight, extremely moody, paranoid, holds grudges, likes to start drama, he's always the victim in his stories. But he thinks he's a fun-loving, cool, intelligent person that everyone should like. TBH, he isn't really my friend anymore. My buddy comes on way too strong. One of those guys to tell you he loves you after a first date or spill all his flaws or insecurities hoping for empathy. A mate of mine has been single since he divorced about 5 years ago. Nice bloke, not short of a few quid, but makes no effort to keep clean and tidy. Consequently, he smells like a foot and looks like a tramp. We have all told him he stinks many, many times. He still stinks and still can't understand why he's single. He is the only one of my friends that my wife won't allow in our house because he lingers long after he's gone. Insufferable, thinks their opinion is factually correct, and doesn't understand that other people like other things. I'm not talking about just political opinions. I mean anything, like where to eat, what type of pizza to order, what barbecue grill to buy, what tire pressure to have, what ceiling style to have. Asks your thoughts on where to eat, then automatically discounts it as a poor choice and settles on his own, always. She always have negative remarks to things that make other people happy. I remember receiving chrysanthemums with white outer petals and yellow in the inner parts from my partner because he knows how much I love those, and that friend actually said these flowers are for the dead. Well, at least I receive lots of flowers while I'm alive, unlike her, and that says a lot. My friend owns a flat, he's good looking, active in gym and cycles a lot, knows how to cook and keeps his flat spotless, so why is he single? He is so fucking self-obsessed. Now we have been friends for years and I tend to shut him down very quickly, but watching him chatting up women is literally him chatting and her not getting a word in. Female friend, she gets way too personal too quickly, realizes they're getting too close but can't figure out why. Anyways, she pumps the brakes and ghosts and flips out on them for trying to be her boyfriend and then blocks them. Returns weeks later wanting to apologize, but at that point it's too late. Unwilling to compromise. 2. Too judgmental, especially about frivolous things. 3. Can't even get their own shit together, how are they going to work with someone else build something bigger than themselves? 4. Unable to read social cues. 5. Not listening and responding in a conversation but impatiently waiting to say the next thing in their mind. She was on dating apps and never seemed to want to meet the person in real life. She was talking to one guy for months and still told me she wasn't comfortable meeting him. My friend is cute, bubbly, and kind, but the second she's around men she turns into this weird version of herself. She gets way too giddy and overexcited, laughs too hard at everything, says and does odd things, and comes off as cringy. It's especially frustrating to watch because she's not some naive girl with no life experience encountering boys for the first time, she's middle-aged. He thinks that every woman who's nice to him is into him and just can't seem to flirt without coming across like a massive creep. Not the SA kind of creep, but definitely the ick kind of creep. 30s and wanting someone who is shy and reclusive. But can't stand it when he goes out with them and they stay that way and don't magically open up with a little encouragement. Not quite a true friend but an old co-worker. He believed that if he moved to Japan to become an English teacher, he would find a hot Japanese girlfriend and live happily ever after. He made that trip and was back in 6 months, alone and back at his old job. He figured that women over there just weren't ready for him. He is the literal definition of a neckbeard. He fetishizes Asian women so much it's almost an obsession at this point. There's nothing wrong with being nerdy and liking things like Yu-Gi-Oh and Gundam. But he literally told me that he wanted to adopt Toga from My Hero Academia and lock her away in his basement so he could have his way with her whenever. Women aren't the problem, you are. You stink, you. I had to cover my nose with my jacket anytime I rode in the car with you. Your teeth are rotten and you're too far up your own ass to understand that people don't want someone who smells like stale beer and bo. Standards too high or too narrow. I don't want to tell people to lower standards, but maybe realize which standards don't matter. He created a list of 10 things that are must-haves in a wife when we were at a bar in our mid-20s. I don't remember all of them but a few. Blonde, D-cup breasts, good career, never been married or have kids, no more than 3 previous sexual partners, etc. Other dumb superficial stuff like that. So he's 42 now and a big loser if anyone is out there looking that fits the bill, lol. I have a few guy friends that are perpetually single and they all have the same problem, they get too intense way too quickly. She is looking for serious but acting casual. She needs to up her standards, be more honest about what she wants and stop playing mind games. She's wasting time on guys who are clearly not what she's looking for.